So you've got your satellite, but you're not sure how to get into the configurations. This short video is going to show you how to access the web GUI and navigate through the web GUI itself. First thing you want to do is connect to the network that the satellite creates. Go to your settings and locate, in this case, the Satellite 1 network. Now this normally would be titled Ratpac AKS, as that is the default SSID of all of our AKS and satellite units. For this video, I already accessed the web GUI and changed the name of the SSID to Satellite 1. Another note is when you connect to either a AKS or satellite, in your Wi-Fi settings, it will say no internet connection. That is okay, as you are not trying to access the internet. Now that you've connected to your satellite's network, open a web browser and type in the default IP of 10.10.100.254. When you do that, you will be directed to the Ratpac Constellation page. Now this page is mostly what you're going to need to initially get started. It gives you a basic overview of your device name, IP address, battery percentage, color, mode, CRMX options, as well as protocol and universe options. Something that's unique to the satellite is this color option. Notice next to the battery percentage we have color with an indicator referencing what color it's set to. If you want to change that, all you do is click this box here and you can poke around and select whichever color you want. And once you find the color that you're happy with, click outside of the box and immediately the satellite will adopt that color. Now, to get set up, you're gonna have to select your protocol and your universe. So whether you're using Blackout or Luminaire, go ahead and go into that app, select the proper protocol you want to use, as well as the universe, then come back into Ratpac Constellation and notice on the right side of your Constellation page, you have your protocol/universe options. This is where you select either ArtNet or SACN, as well as the universe being used in that protocol. Another thing to note is if you have multiple satellites or AKSs, all of them will show in Constellation. And if you're not sure which unit you're changing configurations on, there is an ID function. This is located on the left side of your Constellation page, labeled ID. When I select this, the LEDs of the satellite will begin flashing, letting you know this is the unit or device that you're making configurations to. Moving on, main settings gives you a basic overview of your mode, your IP address, and your battery percentage. There also is another ID and a link and unlink function. The link and unlink function acts the same way as your RF link button will, the physical button on the satellite itself. There's also a node name change. This is the same name that can be accessed in the Ratpac Constellation and is not the SSID or the network name that you're connecting to. If you go to your host settings, you'll notice your wireless network, mode, SSID, and other options are below. Notice the network name SSID. This is where you would actually change the name of the network that you're connecting to. So this is where I went in earlier and changed the name of the Ratpac AKS SSID to Satellite 1. If you do this for any of your hosts, when you connect a client, you're gonna have to go into our next tab here, Wi-Fi client settings, and you'll see AP's SSID. That's asking you, where am I getting my data from? Where is my access point or my host? And what is the SSID of that access point? If I had a client that I was adding onto this host, I would be typing in Satellite 1 into my SSID search bar and then hit search. A table would pop up. It would give you all of your options or any access points available. You would locate Satellite 1 through your client and then hit connect manually. Moving on, you have your instructions and help page. This gives you a basic overview of your buttons, your LEDs, the types of flashings that they might do and what they mean. There's also a bottom portion that gives links to guides and helpful documentation. Here you have your device management tab. This gives you a basic overview of your device, the firmware where it's at, and the ability to choose files to update for firmware in the future. Notice at the top you have version 3.68 and SAMD 1.g. This references both your module and your SAMD firmware, which in the future you will have to know if you're ever going to update from our website. And we're back to Ratpac Constellation, just to give you an overview of all the configurations you might have changed and everything that might be relative to getting you started.